Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar on YTIC Economic WLAN and CCTV package for budget hotels. Today, joining us is Tommy Chu. He's a sales engineer at YTIC, and he will be leading this insightful session. Tommy, the floor is yours. You may now begin the webinar.
Okay, nice to meet you. Good morning. And have you been faced some your customers have our that are very big the hotel, and maybe it's like the affordable hotel, motel, like this scenario. And our the affordable hotel network solution is special designed for this part of the customers. Here is the Vertex Economical WLAN and CCTV package for the budget hotel solution. Okay, and in our solution will be include this four part. The first one, the solution requirements, network the architecture, and the product implementation and the key feature. The last one is the bill of the materials. And after this solution introduction, you will be very famous, very familiar for our product, and you will know what kind of the situation will be choose what kind of the device for your customers. And in the last, we will output the bill of the materials for you. Okay, let's move on. Let's move the first part, solution the requirements. Normally, as we know, for some of the motel, right, and economic hotel level is affordable. So we assumed that the guest room, the quantity is lower than the 50 guest room, and according to the functional area, we divide to indoor part and outdoor part. And the indoor part, we like the elevator, lobby, and like sport hotel, maybe it's not a meeting room, indoor restaurant, QIM, and parking lot, and also any like the outdoor public areas. And but for the functions, we will be have the like the cloud service, is the cloud network management system, like a unified AP management and faster roaming, and no multi-WAN. This multi-WAN function is like the link backup or load balance. And for the VLAN tag by binding SSID in the separate like office network and for the guest network and captive portal, and you can send some advertisement for you our guest check-in. When he check-in, he can see some advertisements for them, node IPTV and VoIP, and all above the scenarios is assumed, and actually the scenario can be changed as the actual requirement. Okay, let's move to the network architecture. And the example, as we know, for the traditional Ethernet network must have like the three levels: access layer and the aggregation layer and the core layer, right? But we know that for like some economic hotel level, this is a very simple. We only use some the access layer, like the managed or unmanaged or easy smart managed the PoE switch, connect some indoor ceiling mount wireless AP. And in the guest room, we use the ceiling mount wireless AP make the Wi-Fi coverage for the guest room. And in a public area, like the lobby, like a reception, we just setting some IP cable in the lobby. In the guest room, out of the public area, we setting some IP camera in here. In outdoor, if the economic hotels still have some outdoor parts, outdoor needed the Wi-Fi coverage, we also provide our outdoor wireless AP. So you can see in the public area, in the reception, we just lobby, we just setting one the cloud PoE gateway. Why we setting this device is because in our most of the another brand the AC the gateway it don't have the PoE function. So because our the gateway still have the PoE function, which means it can direct connect the wireless AP and IB cameras, right? And we also provide some of the CPE options for our users. Example, if you the hotel have a separate floor, right? I believe that you must will be use some elevator. We must set in some the IP camera in elevator. So in this CPE will be installed in the elevator and transmit the video stream back to your control center and store your all the imaging and video stream in NER. So according to the network architecture, we can see all the video will be stored in NVR and all the wireless access point will be controlled by the cloud PoE gateway, right? And if also, that's all is our the network architecture, the introduction. I believe that, and according my introduction, you will be know that why we setting like this the network architecture for the economic hotel. Okay, and let's move to next part is product recommendation and key features. Example, and because we defined the hotel level is economical, so we just stated the Wi-Fi 4 level, the indoor AP and outdoor AP. But if the example, if you customers want to set the Wi-Fi 5 AP, is also okay. Still depend on your the project or your final use the requirement. And our wireless AP is supported the city mode and the FAT mode. Example, and because do you remember that before we already introduced the network architecture, in the last network architecture already have the gateway, right? So our wireless AP and the network architecture must use the wireless AP is use the feed mode. If it's FAT mode, like the FAT mode, in FAT mode, we can understand for the each AP is only for the routers. Each AP must have the owner the configurations, but for the feed AP, they don't save any configuration in your the feed mode. All the configuration will be saved in access control in the gateway. So it means that this the system is a central management, right? Okay, let's move on. So, and our wireless AP also support multiple SSID, right? We can binding each SSID to the different VLAN. Example, we can set in the VLAN 1 is for the guest network, and the VLAN 2 is different subnet IP, right? Set to the office ID is separate. This to the office and the customer SSID, right? Is can isolate is different the department and make sure the whole security access. And let's see how to manage the wireless AP access point by web type the gateway. Okay, because this already in here. Let's see how to setting.
Welcome to the WITEC Configuration and Application channel. Today, we will explore the capabilities of Gateway Managed Wireless Access Point.
Because this video will be a little bit longer, I will speed up.
Demonstration devices.
Example, you can see in this page, we have gateway and access layer, the PoE switch and the wireless AP, right? It's the same like the hotel, the economic hotel architecture.
devices have been scanned to the cloud platform, and we've created a project. In this project, we have 3 APs, a gateway, and a switch. And it will automatically generate a link. Click it, you will enter the configuration website of the gateway. Click the button Network and choose VLAN to set the IP pool of VLAN. We need to choose the main interface and set the VLAN 20 tag for this port. Then you can assign static IP for the VLAN interface.
Example in here, we setting this subnetwork IP address is for the WLAN 20, right? Okay, let's go.
And choose NetMask. Then we repeat the same operation to create VLAN 30. After creating the VLAN, we need to enable the DHCP server.
Yes, here we must, after the setting, the VLAN is different to the VLAN 20 and VLAN 30. And we also should be enable the DHCP server and let our the guest, like a mobile phone and the notebook, can obtain the IP address.
Just click Edit and choose the DHCP mode. Here we choose the basic mode. Then we need to set DNS for this DHCP server configuration for VLAN 20. Next, we repeat the same operation to enable the DHCP server of VLAN 30.
So this operation, like we not only setting the VLAN 20 enable the DHCP server, we also setting enable the DHCP server in the VLAN 30.
Next, we need to set up wireless. We choose wireless on the menu. First, we need to create an AP group. We set a group name for it. G frequency SSID. As shown in the next step, you can have a look.
Example, you can see here, we set our office, one department is for the sales, right? Like before introduced, is a different, the SSID bidding the different VLAN ID, right? And in the last page, we remember that we set our one office SSID and the guest SSID. Yeah, we bidding the sales department the VLAN SSID to the VLAN 20.
Department and product department, both 2.4G and 5G frequency. For the sales department, we bind VLAN 20. For the product department, we bind VLAN 30.
Yes, here is product department in the VLAN 30. Okay, we got it. This just setting the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. Normally, we also can still use our same SSID. Yeah.
After the setting of the AP group, we need to bind APs to the group.
Yes, the next step is binding the AP in the group because we must setting all the we have many the APs, right? And all AP must use the same the SSID. That's why we need binding the AP in the group.
Now we've finished the configuration of the gateway. We can go back to our cloud platform and log into the eWeb page of our Cloud Easy Smart PoE switch to set.
This step is the operation in PoE switch. In access layer, the Easy Smart PoE switch. It not only should be sitting in the gateway, it also should be sitting in the PoE switch. The PoE switch the configuration is almost the same in the gateway. Also, should be sitting the VLAN 20 and VLAN 30 and divide different departments.
That VLAN for each interface. And click the VLAN number to create both VLAN 20 and VLAN 30. After that, we set the VLAN for each port. All, and for the VLAN type we choose trunk, permit VLAN we choose VLAN 1, VLAN 20, VLAN 30. Save the configuration. Now we choose the SSID to confirm the configuration.
And this step we must verify the result, right? We will know each the VLAN is already each the SSID already separated by our the VLAN.
Run some tests. First, we connect to the sales department and check if we can connect to the internet. We can visit the website.
Now switch to another SSID.
Then we check the IP address assigned by the DHCP server, and we have the IP address.
You can see we used the notebook already connected to the VLAN 20 and obtain the IP address from the VLAN 20, right? Because before our operation already enabled the DHCP server.
Yes, from VLAN 20. Connect the SSID of the product department and run the same tests.
Yes, connect to the product department. Also can connect it to the internet. Yeah.
Then we check the IP address assigned by the DHCP server, and we have the IP address from
Yes, here is the VLAN 30.
VLAN 30. Above is content.
Okay, and let's go back to our slide. And I believe that according based on our just the video show, we will know how to setting the VLAN and the bounding SSID operation. Okay, let's go on. And for the access layers, the switch recommendation, normally we just according to how many terminal device you will be connected to our switch is okay. We have the 4 port, 20 port, 4 port, 8 port, 16, and 24 port is support. Go on. And our PoE switch is not only for the Wi-Fi coverage, we also have the Unicode value for our CCTV network. Example, the first like the extend mode, right? If you have some, if your example, if in outdoor you have like the PTZ camera or IP camera, you want to monitor your outdoor part, but the outdoor area is a little bit far away from the lobby. And we also provide an extended model for the IP camera. And like the PoE restart, we also support individual PoE port can restart, remotely restart in our cloud or in our by logging to the devices to restart the PoE port. And all the IP, if your IP camera is about unwave detect, it also will be support or can be scanned, automatically scanned in our cloud platform. A real-time monitor the alarm notification. If your IP camera is offline, it will send a mail to your mailbox or send some alarm in your mobile app. Okay, and we also provide like the eWeb function for the CCTV network. Normally, we know that most of the IP cameras image will be stored in MER, right? And this is our one option, but we also provide another option to you check your IP cameras. And this the function is eWeb. In our cloud platform, when you click the IP camera, he will automatically generate a web link. You click the web link, will remotely log your IP cameras. This service is totally free and also support the unwave protocol. Okay, let's move on. For the gateway part, our gateway recommendation start, we recommend these two devices 105 and 108. We just according to how many the wireless APU will be managed by APs, okay? And 105 is support 22 APs. 108 is support 24 AP. It's just according to this regulation to choose the AP, choose the gateway. And this can be a router, can be a PoE switch, it also can be a gateway. 3 in 1. And for this AC50, this is only for AP controller. This device is function is control the AP, but it don't have like the router function, no the PoE switch function. So it's bypassed, like the bypass function, it only control your wireless AP. Okay, this is the difference between these three devices. Okay, let's see another key feature for our gateway. The key feature example. Before we already introduced, we know that our wireless AP have a two working mode, right? And we can see in this network architecture, it must be can confirm this should be working in the feed mode, right? Because in the feed mode, our gateway can automatically discover our wireless AP, and all the wireless AP is not any configuration. All configuration is saved in gateway, right? Do you remember in the before already introduced in the video? We must setting the AP group and put the wireless AP in AP group. So it's in these key operations, you will be know that why our wireless AP no any configuration, because all the configuration already saved in our gateway, right? And also in the zero configuration, right? And centralized management. Okay, let's go on. Our gateway also support like the 802.11 KVR roaming function. Our final users, customers use mobile phone, switch each APs will feel no any latency. Is depend on this function. And maybe you will ask, and how can I set in this function? Okay, in here, right? It's very easy. Before you already know in our gateway the operation interface, right? in the wireless, still in the AP group. Right? In the AP group, we just click this enable. Yes, will be enable the further roaming function. Okay, let's move on. And we example, and when our user in the lobby check-in, he will get a voucher, right? Get a voucher from the hotel staff, and when he move to his room, just input the voucher in his mobile phone, and he will access the internet. So that's why we can customize some the advertisement to push to our customer. And multiple authentication, we have a local authentication and portal authentication, and is a very flexible access control. And you will be know what's different between the portal authentication and the local authentication different is based on this video. I will show what's different in here. Okay, let's see this video.
Welcome to the YTech Product Operation channel. Today,
because in this video, in front of this video, is all some the explanation for the application introduction. I will quickly
we will explore
speed up.
portal authentication. We have built the network based on this topology. With the popularity of mobile apps such as hotels, the authentication of wireless access users and the push of advertising information have become the basic requirements of this type of public wireless network. Devices' IP addresses are under the same local portal authentication.
The first part is local portal authentication.
Step 1. Select the relevant LAN port to apply portal authentication. Enter the default username and password admin. Add and customize the group name.
Still in the wireless AP group.
Then click Add and type in SSID in the encryption. Choose Open. Max number of users. Choose 32. Click Confirm. Next, we click Hotspot Service Zone. Choose Local Portal and click Confirm.
Here, in the Surface Zoom, choose the local portal.
Step 2. Portal Authentication Information Setting. Open Hotspot Local Portal. Add page push pictures and select authentication methods according to actual needs. Set jump web page links, etc. Step 3. Create authenticated user information. Open Hotspot Local Users. Click Add. After you click on the Add button, you can customize the login account and password and number of connections, and use default values for other information.
Setting username and password.
Step 4. Bind AP list. Go to
Put the AP in the AP group.
wireless AP list. Click AP 217, then bind. Step 5 verifies the result. We find the SSID we just set on the phone. Click on.
Choose the local portal authentication to SSID.
And enter the username and password. You have successfully connected to the network and jumped to the set URL. At this point, the portal configuration.
Example, do you remember that before we set in the Apple web page, right? We also can set in like the hotel your web page, make advertisement push to the customer, to the guest.
Operation has been completed. Part 2 Voucher Portal Authentication. Step 1. Create a SSID. Go to Wireless AP Group to create a SSID for voucher authentication.
Most of the operation in here and almost the same is just in the AP group setting the SSID.
Step 2. Select the relevant LAN port to apply portal authentication. Open Hotspot Service Zone. Select the corresponding LAN interface to apply portal authentication. Step 3. Configure voucher login page. Go to Hotspot portal and select the voucher authentication method. Login page as the right figure shows. You can
Here, authentication the method we setting the voucher, and setting the web link.
also add promotional images and URL as needed. Step 4. Create voucher portal. Go to Hotspot Vouchers and click on Batch Add to create vouchers. Configure the parameters for the vouchers to be created: code length, amount of vouchers, amount of concurrency, rate limit, and available time. Step 5. Bind AP list. Go to Wireless AP list. Click AP219AX, then bind. Step 6. Print vouchers. The generated vouchers are displayed on the following page.
Yeah, just all the vouchers we can print out and save in the lobby. Our staff, when the guest is checking, we just give them the vouchers. It's okay.
Click Print. Then you can print the following page and hand out the vouchers to your clients. Step 7. Use vouchers to access the network. We use a cell phone to connect to the SSID we just set up and enter the voucher password.
Connect to the voucher test, the portal authentication SSID. Input the voucher's number.
And jump to the URL.
Yeah.
Step 8. View certified customer information.
Here we can check the access the internet, our users some the information.
Click on authorized users to have been authenticated and are using the network.
This number, yeah, just before we already input in the mobile phone. Right?
Today, if you are
Okay, let's go back to our slide. Okay, let's move on to the next. And our gateway also have a very unique function. Is like the SD-LAN. SD-LAN, software-defined network for the LAN, is to be used for replace the VPN. And we know that if you want to setting like the VPN and build an encrypted tunnel in the internet, first you must buy the VPN devices, and you must rent some ISP line, right? And will be very complex the setting and configuration in the VPN. Right? So, but if you use the gateway, you can obtain the SD-LAN function. And let's see how easy is for setting SSD line in a Wiretag cloud platform.
Today we will explore the capabilities of the WITEC SD-LAN.
This SD-LAN is not only for like this network architecture, build an encrypt tunnel from branches to the headquarters. We also support like the cross-region the video stream storage function.
Okay. SD-LAN, software local area network to local area network scenarios for networking communication. In a chain enterprise, if the branch wants to access the intranet server of the headquarters, it can easily build SD-LAN technology.
Example, I have the PC. I want access in the headquarters some of the FTP menu or the OA system and the database, and we can build like the encrypted tunnel in the internet.
Through the cloud platform to realize the cross-region intranet interconnection channel. Next, dashboard of our cloud platform. As we can see, we've created 2 projects.
Yeah, these are our 2 projects. Actually, it's a 2 offices. One is in our headquarters in Shenzhen. Another is for the branches in Wuhan.
Which is the branch technology of the Wuhan office. This is the topology of the Shenzhen office. Button. Then click the SD-LAN.
From this step, we will be start how to configure in the SD-LAN.
Configuration on the left. Then you just click Add SD-LAN, and you can customize a name. And the network model chooses Star Network. In a star network, a network device needs to be selected as the central node of the network.
Example, if you are sitting at a star network, which means in the headquarters, what's the central node?
And other nodes are connected to the central node through IPv4. Then you need to choose a center node, which must have a public IPv4 address. Since we have a public IPv4 address in the Shenzhen office, we choose the WITEC office Shenzhen. Next step, you need to select network node.
Example is from the Wuhan to connect to headquarters in Shenzhen. So in the network node, we choose Wuhan.
And here we take WITEC office Wuhan as the network node. If you have multiple projects, you can also add them as branches into the SD-LAN network. You can check and confirm the network. Click Save. Then the SD-LAN have been added into the cloud platform. Click the SD-LAN name to check the information. The SD-LAN status is online. Result.
Okay. Next step is the verify the result. And how can we know this link is successful, right?
My laptop is connected to the network of the Wuhan office. We can check the topology of the Shenzhen office. We try to log into any device in Shenzhen. We take the cloud PoE switch as an example.
Example, this the PoE switch is IP address is here, right?
We copy the IP address and log into the web page. And you can see we've succeeded.
Yeah, so if we already see in this interface, which means we can remotely log into the Shenzhen switches, and we know that in a different location, the subnetwork is different, right? But we still can remotely access it, which means this SD-LAN tunnel is okay. It's already linked.
If you have any device such as laptops, NAS, or servers, you can also log in from any office. Content shared today.
Okay, let's go back to our slide. And before we already introduced, if you found like a motel, still have some elevators, the CCTV, the surveillance project. We also consider like the CPE in the elevator shelf. And this, how to select the CPE, we just according to the distance. Normally, we still recommend 110. Okay, this is the like the wireless CPE in the shelf the network architecture and compare with the wired network. Right? You have a serious loss of the wired, very short the server life, and difficult to replace. Have many cables in here connect, and also we will be face some very high cost, right? But for we use the wireless long-range transmitter and use a point-to-point transmitted video stream and serve the video stream elevator to the NVR. First is no cables is very easy to replace. Example, if the device is failure, you just replace it, okay, right? And also you don't have to check the cable links. We just make sure the devices is okay. Okay, our CPE, like many do, like some the ubiquity, the CPE is very complex configuration in his devices, right? But our developer, the CPE is very simple, just adjust the channel numbers is okay. This is the host, this is client, and we put our same numbers. He will automatically pair with each other. And we not only support, we also support our cloud platform. In our cloud platform, we can see each the CPE, the connection, the status, right? Which channel and signal and receive and transmit the bandwidth. We also can share in our cloud platform. Each the CPE, the status and the configuration parameters all will be showing our cloud platform. And if you another brand does IP camera like a Haikang or the Dahua, the IP camera or supported on with protocol will be support. And this is our Java Cloud mobile app function. Example, you already buy our the CP and you don't know how to install, and you don't know how high the height of the position. We just input the D2 and the D1 the distance. You will be able to calculate the total height of the devices. Not only in our cloud platform, in our cloud AVP, also support to check our CPE, the parameters and its status, radio rate and signals the status. Sometimes we also provide some of the PoE extender. PoE extender, and before we already know that if you sound the IP camera is a little bit far away from your PoE switch, we also provide this solution for our customers. Example, we give our more choice, more options for users. If you use the PoE injector, and maximum the PoE budget is 30 watt. If you use some of the AC to DC adapter, will be in the 6 watt. We also support the extend mode, 250 meters. And this type is one PoE in, two PoE out, and this type is one PoE in, two PoE in, and four PoE out. Still depending on how many you will be how many the IP cameras should be connected to the PoE extenders. And this one is because this mode is support will be connected 4 IP cameras. Also, this mode also support the WLAN mode, isolation each port. But for this one, this mode is don't support the WLAN mode. Okay, it's only this difference between these two modes. Let's move on. And our PoE extender, the maximum of the transmission distance will up to 650 meters. Okay, let's move to our last part, bill of the materials. And for the bill of the materials is very easy. We just according to how many the indoor area, how many outdoor area, just setting your indoor AP and outdoor AP. So, like the design idea or design principles, we still according to our users the requirement is okay. And how many IP cameras is still depend on your the project. And in the elevator, we just setting one. And how many elevator, you just setting how many CP. It's okay. And for the access layer, the switches, we just according to your project situation and how many terminal device you will be connected to your switches and how many AP and how many IP cameras, right? According to these numbers and calculate how many the PoE switch you will be used. Is the extender. Extender is optional. If you have some the extender a long range connect to a PoE switch, we use the extender is okay. In the receipt or in the lobby or control center, we use our one gateway control all the wireless AP. Also, we will be provide a totally free network management system is cloud service. Before, I believe that you will be very familiar in our cloud platform before the through videos, most of the operation in the cloud platform, right? And all the bill of the materials, each the equipment model and equipment quantity and the design principle can be changed according to the actual situation of the project. Okay, and we know that before the three video, you can see our cloud platform and support many the devices, right? And then we provide a one-step solution for the SMB market, and not only for the PoE switch and outdoor PoE switch, PoE extender, and the POL, and the 4G router wireless SAP, mesh router, also even some the industrial PoE switches and the CP also support our cloud platform. Okay, and that's all is for today's affordable hotel product introduction. And if you have any problem, please feel free to ask me, and I will try my best to answer the question.
So thank you all for joining this webinar. Now we will open the floor for question and answer sessions. So if you have any question or comments, you can use the question panel. And also, I am going to enable your microphone so you can ask any question or share any comments. So once again, thank you all for joining this webinar. Now you're able to use your microphones. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to tell anything you want, or ask anything you want. You can also use the question panel in order to write your questions or comments, if you prefer.
Any more questions? Please
It
feel
looks
free to
like,
ask us.
yeah, it seems that everything is clear. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you once again for attending this webinar. Thank you, Tommy,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Welcome.
wish you all a wonderful day.
Okay, have a nice day.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day, Baron.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.